Oh! That was a bit of a whiff. I'll admit, that one was not great. Cool, you're gonna be a new supply of blood for me? Ow. What did I just tell you? That's fine. Sweet. That just kind of worked out. A little bit of a whiff. Anything around the front, back, side area? I've like really diverged off the original path that I was on. Oh, I've just realized, am I gonna have to buy drugs? Dead inside. Just like me. Oh, hello. Oh. Dr. Strickland's list, or by Dr. Strickland Thoreau, Pembroke Hospital, Lacrima, Papaverus, medical opium, sodium hypochlorite, potassium pergan.
Opium is one of the main ingredients of Strickland's medication.
Didn't really do a whole lot over there. We gotta be honest, this place is a little bit screwed up. I don't think things are going as swimmingly here as they think they are. This is so far beyond, like, a Victorian Gothic setting to the point where it's, like, looping around to become Bloodborne. Like, it's taking the idea of a Gothic England so hard to one side that it's actually just becoming Bloodborne.
I cannot enter.
Yep, that's fair. One can always hope. Okay. I think we're getting a little bit far away from the direction we want to be going in. I like, for real though, can I not, like, turn into a swarm of bats, fly away, and just get back to the hospital? Like, I mean, I'm close, like, in that I'm here, but, like, I'm not here, because I still gotta find the guy. Like, I wish that I just had a fast travel option to get back to places as I'd wanted to. Didn't realize I could get up here before. That's interesting. Why can't I get up there? This leads me to think there's going to be some mission-based thing that gets me up top there. At some point. And that's why we can't go on the roof yet, because it has to have a drop-down area. I would love to be wrong, but I don't think that I am. Doctor, where are you?
Good evening, Dr. Strickland. And good evening to you, Dr. Reed. Can I be of any help?
You can sharpen your nose a little bit more, because, man, is it pointy. You can cut things on that. Look at it.
I located the shop, but it was vandalized, and the owner is missing. All I found was your order.
I was afraid of such bad news. People are so desperate they're ready to burgle a shop for drugs.
That's quite a list you ordered. Opium, sodium hypochlorite. It can't be just headaches you're trying to cure.
This dreadful influenza, of course. I already ran some tests on hopeless cases. Without success, I must admit.
Do you realize you could create a lethal poison without the correct dosage? Then there are the legal ramifications.
Is this not true of any medical substance, Dr. Reed? However, if you would agree to improve it, I'd be glad to accept your help.
As long as you promise to be scrupulous with your experiments. I may try to gather these substances and even help improve upon the mixture.
That's all I'm asking for, Dr. Reed. That's all I'm asking.
Well, fantastic.
Goodbye, Dr.
Cure the flu with opium. Oh my
Let
god.
Strickland put his patients at risk with opium. Perhaps an adjusted formula will deliver more of a placebo effect.
I don't even know if I have all of that right now. I always want to go up an extra floor. Love my completely open door. Well, bring to your medical desk. To your medical desk. To your medical desk. Medical
Strickland's
desk!
project could be dangerous. I have a mind to report him to
Not
Dr.
my
Ackroyd.
workshop desk. My medical desk. How could I forget? I have a medical desk. Choose what to do. I'm sorry. Is there like a real important difference in this? Suspects the present storage may have incited his supplier to sell the badge to a more eminent doctor than him, which is very funny. But he's still just gonna, like, be giving people opium? Honestly, I have zero functioning understanding of why this is good or bad. Because sometimes a placebo is not necessarily a negative. But I do also feel that just lying to your patients is an objective wrong. So I'm a bit torn, one could say. You know what? I've realized I haven't spoken to this guy in a while.
Simpletons, these nurses.
Hello again,
Treat
Dr.
with no
Reed.
respect.
I feel better.
Well, it doesn't seem
Goodbye,
to be
mister.
anything there. Alright. I'm tempted to just kill that old woman, to be honest with you.
I'm quite busy right now, Dr. Reed.
Yeah, I know, but I need to get some assistance.
I know that you're a busy man, but I could use your help and advice.
The great Dr. Reed honors me with a request.
Don't out the other guy,
What is it exactly?
Dr. Strickland devised an experimental drug for the Spanish flu that he asked me to manufacture.
You know what I think of fringe medical experimentation.
That's exactly why I want you to keep the result, Doctor. I made sure it won't harm anyone, but I'd like you to take care of it.
I see. Put it in my cabinet. I'll give you the key. I'll make sure no one uses this medication by mistake.
I'll do that. Thank you for your help, Dr. Ackroyd.
Thank you for your trust on the matter, Dr. Reed.
Okay, so that's how I get into there.
Tell me, Waverly.
See, here's the
What do you
thing. I
think
don't
of Dr.
disagree that fringe
Strickland's
medicine
enthusiasm
can be
for
good,
his
but I don't think
experimental
opium is going to be the thing that helps you with the
Strickland is
flu.
playing with his patients' lives for pride and glory. Now that, sir, is unethical.
You
Are you
two
thinking
just
about
think
something
the same thing about each
Harvey
other.
Fiddick needs delicate surgery. I believe we should stick to the usual procedure, but my young colleague obviously disagrees.
And are you not afraid that your rivalry with Strickland may be blinding you?
Rivalry? I guess you could call it that. But I will never be childish enough.
You both say
Personal
this, and
feelings
yet you're
affect my
both
judgment.
being asshats towards each other.
Why do you wish to lead this surgery?
I strongly believe that Mr. Fiddick should not be butchered to test an unproven procedure.
It's a conservative point of view. all of these are like fair though, because it's like that's not wrong, but also like sometimes you're old and outdated, you know? It is a conservative point of view.
Other people may say that's too conservative a point of view.
Conservative? And what are you going to say to Mr. Fiddick if he loses his arm?
Which is
because of the
also a fair
operation?
statement.
Because that's what's going to happen if the surgery is a failure.
Alright, there
Do
we
you
go.
think Dr. Strickland has any chance of curing the Spanish flu by himself?
His wish to cure the sick is not driven by pride, but by an idealistic view about our mission here. Honestly, I don't know which is worse.
You consider him a good
I think that your
practitioner?
coat's not loading in properly, which is probably the worst part about
Strickland
this.
may be a rival, but I will not use dirty tricks.
Like,
or
look at it.
regulations
Look at
to
how
prove him wrong.
look at how no
We're
detail
doctors,
his
not
coat is.
politicians.
Thank you for your time. We'll talk later.
Okay, where is the doctor's office? Not the one upstairs that I can't get into? Well, hello. Dude, you just get like so many resources by just robbing your own
It's
place.
locked, all right.
Well, this is the wrong doctor. But I will take that. Rare species of vampires. Fucking talking about the Jiangshi. Or the Rakshasa. Oh my god. Okay. This is some lore that I appreciate. Where they talk about vampires from other areas. That's pretty good. Anything you got to tell
You
me
need something,
at all?
Jonathan?
Yeah, I've got some questions, man. We're on a
Ask
quest,
away.
but we're in the middle
I'm
of
at
it,
your
so we're
service,
just
Doctor.
gonna talk to you instead.
You mentioned something about a secret society. A brotherhood, if I recall. Could you elaborate?
Certainly. I've been a member of the Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole for several years. We are pledged to monitor and report vampire activity in England as impartial scientific observers.
That explains your nightly wanderings about the docks and the questions you ask.
I feel it wasn't mere coincidence that led us to that part of town. There was something as yet unseen that set those chain of events in motion.
A plot, if you will.
Yet you don't fear me. And still, you know the monster that lurks beneath the civilized surface.
The Brotherhood has studied your kind for centuries. We believe you are as supernatural as a lion is to a gazelle.
Fantastic. So we're going with the recent Netflix British broadcasting company Dracula.
Since I'm the one working for you, what should I know about Pembroke Hospital?
Well, for many years, we have been the only medical facility in this part of town that people can rely on. We support the community here, as well as provide health care.
Where do we stand today?
Well, to be honest, we cope on a day-to-day basis. The first wave of the Spanish flu last summer took us by surprise. We lack many of the basic necessities needed.
What do you expect of me?
What we need is hope. You were a soldier. This is a war. This white coat's still a uniform. We fight to help the poor, the sick of the East End, the forgotten.
Wonderful.
Since you seem quite the expert on vampires, what could you tell me about my condition and how it came about?
As men of science, our first step is always to start with what we know. Forget the myths, the hackneyed scrawlings, and the penny dreadfuls. They
I
do
mean,
not
I
scratch
sure
the
wasn't
surface
able
of
to
the
enter
truth
that
you
one
now
area,
find
so I'm
yourself in.
starting to believe the permission bit.
The sun. The morning following my transformation. Its rays burned me. There was pain, smoke, and my skin blackened.
You will find there is very little that can kill a vampire, my friend. You have been offered relative immortality. The sun will most certainly hurt you, leaving you weakened and damaged, but it will not destroy you.
Must I take a life to live?
You are a vampire. You feed, and blood is the sole sustenance that can sustain your immortal frame. And only a living creature contains the nourishment you require.
That doesn't answer my question.
The man we pursued and slew in the canning factory, William Bishop, I believe, was he a vampire?
He was a Skull, technically speaking. The debate rages as to their classification. Some think them a subspecies of vampire, others something else.
How do Skulls come into existence?
The name means slave. The etymology may indicate that they are a lesser species of vampire. From what I know, vampires tend to despise them.
As vampires would a ghoul, yes.
Just for clarity, what differences are there between myself and a Skull?
A Skull is easier to eliminate, Jonathan, even if they remain formidable foes for the unprepared. Vampires... Now, vampires exist beyond the mortal realm.
The matter of Lady Ashbury's blackmailer.
Oh, I know too much about this matter already. I'm confident in trusting the interests and reputation of both the hospital and Our Lady into your able hands.
I have met Lady Ashbury.
She's a fascinating woman, wouldn't you agree?
Is she the reason you recruited me?
Is she the true reason you recruited me? To work on her condition and addiction for blood. A part of me is thinking I've been...
Okay, I didn't pick that option, so...
Lady Ashbury is a cherished friend of mine. I would not betray her secrets without her consent. Come to the rescue of a damsel in distress. I ask nothing more.
Wonderful. Well, okay.
We'll see each other again soon, Edgar.
That was a bit of a segue from our original goal. Oh. Temporary morgue as soon as it has opened. Oh, well, that's another hint for him. Jesus Christ. I really gotta just absolutely hug every single wall and just hammer the buttons, huh? Because that sure seems to be the direction that it usually goes.
Spare your obedient slave.
A little bit uncomfortable with what I've just seen there going on.
Good evening, Miss Hutt.
I need blood, Doctor.
I don't think I have anything else for you guys. I think you guys are just being creepy now.
What of my own life?
A little bit uncomfortable if you are being honest.
Good evening.
Evening.
Yep. Okay, so
Goodbye.
you guys are just being weird. That's fine, I guess.
Damn.
Okay. So she's over there. So where is the doctor office?
As for me, how can we be sure we're making a difference?
Because I'm just sitting here like... Huh? What? Huh?
I will not let you down.
I think that's like, hey, go to this area. And it's like, alright. And I do, and it's just like, nah. Oh, is it upstairs next to mine? There was an office next to mine. Nope. That is an operating room. There it is. Wait, are they all working out of here and I get my own? That's hilarious. Like, I get why, but it's very funny.
It's locked.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
It's locked.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
Locked, all right.
I will, however, take your loose money. Nothing else just laying around? Damn.
Now that Dr. Ackroyd has been warned, he should make good use of this formula.
Of how? Did that just end that investigation? It did. Okay. Succeeded, failed, succeeded, succeeded. You're still not quite right, though. Alright, I guess we move on. You're also sick with unknown. That's fair. Cadigan Bates, are you relevant in 2 different areas? No, you were just showing up weird when I first showed up in this. Why did that look like that? Beforehand. What? Oh, because there's only like so many quests in this area. Choose what to do with the recruiter's note. I don't even know who you are. Why would I choose anything of that? Whatever. We're gonna go to Whitechapel. Nope. We're gonna read our own thing, apparently. That's fine. He won't move. We're actually stuck right now. Oh, there we go. Hello. I didn't read that before. Whoops. Alright, let's go talk to Rakesh for a moment, because I kind of wonder if he just has item. Because if he has item, I would like to upgrade stick.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Please show me.
Of course.
You just have medicine.
Good evening.
I don't know why I thought that you would have otherwise. Your point is a medic?
Tell me the truth about your appointment as a medic during the war, Rakesh.
The regiment administration appointed me by mistake. I had to learn the job on the spot, sir. Very hard, sir, but I rose to the challenge.
Do you realize how many soldiers died because of that decision? You should have refused.
Yes, sir. I swear I did, sir. But no one listened. When the first wounded arrived...
Stick 2? Technically, we have Stick 2 right now. If we were to upgrade it, we would have Stick 3. We can upgrade it, but...
I prefer caring for the dead now.
I can't entirely upgrade it higher than that.
You can't impersonate a doctor. You can't improvise a medical education. People could die at your hands.
You're absolutely right, sir. But as a field surgeon, it was more like being a butcher.
Do you believe you have really helped these people?
My ratings were within the averages of the regiment. I saved lives, Dr. Reed. Does that not say enough about triage and war surgery?
I mean, this guy's got a point, though.
Goodbye, Miss.
Oh my god, please move. You know what? Since we're here, We're gonna go back inside, and we're gonna go put some points on our stick, actually, if we're able. If we're able. I don't remember if we have the tech to upgrade to stick, like, 2.2. But I want to take a shot, because I just need to see. Because we did have the ability to add more stun. I think that would be fun. Love to put some points on my stick, if you know what I mean. Okay. Yeah, so we could add, like, a stun. Adds 3 stun points, or we can have it make it big hits. Here's the thing. I think it already does pretty sizable hits. A 77 isn't a huge chunk off of HP, but I think the idea of stunning is really good, because if we stun, we can get blood. And also it knocks them down, so we can just smack their shit. So there we go. We have upgraded to the ability to have increased stun, I guess. So we'll see if that means that we do a 5-er. If we do a 3-er, that's still better. But if we do a 5-er, that's hilarious. I would love insta-stunning people. Hey, do you sell those parts that I need, actually?
Good evening, Milk.
Good evening,
Considering you run guns.
I'd like to see...
Wise choice, Dr. Reed.
Oh, you... Tiny common handle part. Common handle part. You only had the one, though. I still need another. What a shame. Whoa! What happened there for a second? That was very weird. Alright. Well, stick is still slightly upgraded at the end of the day, so that's really all that matters. Is there just an easier way across there? Like, is there just a bridge that I can use or something? Like, there is that bridge that is literally over here. It's like, probably just use this bridge. Whitechapel Street District status serious. Oh my. Alright. Well, that's fine. Dude. Fucking just... Stick is so good. It's just too good. Like, look at this. Like, look at this. Just, it's absolutely making a joke out of everybody. And you just watched it the entire time. Which in and of itself is wild. Alright, gate open. Was this not where I ran into that one area that had like the side street that I could go into the building of? I guess not. Where, like, there was that though, right? Smash, smash. This is fine. Dude, that attack is just... Like, the stick just makes a joke of enemies. Look at this. Even that guy touching me with, like, his poison gas? What? That's a new one to me. Dude, just big stick. Like, that's the solution. Is like, this was my discussion about, like, vampires that have immense strength, right? Like, they always get given some fancy weapon, but if you have bigger, buffer human strength, reasonably speaking, you could just use a larger, stronger weapon. There's another handle part. We can upgrade the fucking stick. We can get stick 3. Next time we find a hideout, we can get stick 3. That's fine. Hey there. Like, we do so much with a bite now that it's just become like a core part of our attacks. Yo, these dudes that have like the big arm shields though, kind of love it. Oh wait, his name's Roger the Wall. Roger, I'm so sorry for you and your men. Like, you guys just happened to be out the wrong night. I'm so sorry to tell you this. Alright, that's a fair hit. You got a good one in. Roger, please. I can trade hits with you all night, Roger. Some of you guards are alright, don't patrol tomorrow night. Yo! These guys are dropping parts like crazy. Can I just farm parts off of these dudes? Because they kind of suck. Someone wants you to open a door? Probably. I too am not sure where. There's You know what, let's go down. Let's just clean these guys out, huh? That's fine. Don't worry about it. Dude, just the club just is going to town, honestly. Like, look at this absurdity. Like, now that we're even on the same level as them, it's even funnier. Dude, like, just all the upgrades. Apparently, I should have just been out kicking ass. Oh man, look at that fog. That's some render distance covering right there. This is too many gates, though. Ah! Bloodborne! What are you doing here? You're no match for the beat stick. You weren't matched for the steak last time. You think that you're gonna be a match for the beat stick now? Look at this thing stunning him. Oh my god. It just made him pathetic. Look at that. The power of the stick. Holy shit. Like, absolutely unfair.
It's locked.
I can't believe that Bloodborne just got so nerfed by a stick. Like, that's hilarious. That enemy used to be scary, and now it's just nothing. It just exists to get sticked.
Whitechapel.
New hideout available in this
Neighborhood
district?
is
Check on your
linked
map to locate.
somehow to the kind.
Neat.
Lady Ashbury's blackmail. First, let's find this Petrescu fella.
Okay. Okay, large box of pills is pretty good. Still poaching rations from the sick boy. Oh. I literally can't move faster. It's forcing me to be slow just to see that scene. I couldn't use my vampire speed to get in here. What the fuck was that?
Shooting a boy in the middle of the street. Not the best thing to do, wouldn't you say?
What? You saw what happened? Who are you?
I'm Dr. Reed, and I'd like to ask you a few questions. If
Which
you
X
promise
is a
me to
boy?
set your guns up.
Should be it. That would be a
I'm
good
not a
Twitter.
violent man.
Yeah.
I'm Benjamin Palmer, doctor. And no one can help me.
I'm
even
not a
you.
violent man, says man who pulled a gun on people.
What can you tell me about this place?
Nothing to say, really. This is where I used to live, and this is where I live now.
You don't have anywhere to go. No family that would welcome you.
Not since the death of my wife, Albert's mother. She was sick, you see. Long before the flu and all this shit.
You mean you used to have a better life?
Yeah, I had a wife, a home, and a job. I even used to have a name. Now I'm just Ben. Ben the Tramp.
Well, fantastic. Last I checked, you're actually Benjamin Palmer. Oh, he's a migraine.
You don't seem well, Benjamin. Do you need any help?
I always feel ill, sir. It's like I'm never right.
I will see you later.
Hey, are you doing all right? No.
Whatever the boy did, I'm sure he didn't deserve a public execution.
I swear I didn't want to hit him. It's just that I'm sick in the head, you see, and the boy he just failed me last nerve.
That's not really an excuse, my guy.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? Have you heard anything?
It's funny, I've been searching for her too. I need some pills. But the woman is a phantom, if you ask me.
Really? And why?
No
is that?
human moves the way this man is moving.
It's a cover for some doctor who runs an illegal dispensary for migrants.
That's a loaded question. Alright, well, we're gonna give him this.
I have found a very interesting letter. Your son planned to prove his worth to the gang by stealing your medicine.
Oh, I see. So the little bugger thought he could use his dad to build a reputation.
The gang's recruiter was dead when I found him. Perhaps you should take better care of your son.
I love my Albert, sir. Believe me. It's just... well, I'm an arsehole, I suppose. Anyway, thanks for the letter. This is for your trouble.
Man, like, what a person. Ingredients: aquafontis, illyripentia, edams, hydrogen peroxide. Oh, Jesus. You know his son's getting shot now. Loretta Swanborough. Miracle elixir is a con. I love that he sees this medicine and instantly he's like, that's a fucking con. That's really funny, actually.
Perhaps you could focus for a moment and tell me your troubles.
I'm sick, broke, and my son just stole my pills. Everything's coming up roses.
A gun, alcohol, and a bad temper make a terrible cocktail, sir. Goodbye for now.
This is why Britain got rid of guns, man. Because everybody would just pull them out and shoot at each other.
Are you all right?
The bastard hit the wall next to me. I don't even know if he meant to miss.
If you've been hurt, I can help you. I'm a doctor.
Name's Albert. Remember it. Now bugger off.
Okay, so you're also an asshole.
What happened? Did you really steal that man's medication?
Hey, I didn't do anything. It ain't me.
Maybe he confused you with someone else. You picked an easy target, didn't you? What you did is inexcusable. You picked an easy target, didn't you?
Medication and drugs are a rare commodity in East London. So you picked an easy target, didn't you?
Sod off, mister. You ain't got no clue what's going on here. bastard was a soldier in the war, so now he's got the right to shoot me?
It's true. I'm not familiar with this part of town. Perhaps you could help me.
I said sod off. Go find yourself another guide.
How about you guys just both stop being dickheads to me? Wow. Hint required.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? If you know anything about her, I'd appreciate it.
Never heard of her. She's pretty, I'll keep an eye out.
Well, okay.
Goodbye, young man.
Wet boots will be proud of me.
No, they won't. They'll be dead.
Me? I'll not die in some
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't expect him to just be gone. Guy, are you just gonna, like, leave your son here? Cause... Alright, I guess. Oh, hi.
Good evening. Can I help you?
I'm afraid not, Mr. Reed.
Tell me about the war.
What is it, Benjamin? It was the war, wasn't it? Your nerves are shot, aren't they? I need some answers, Private. From one soldier to another.
The doctors called me a liar. Coward. Put me in a straitjacket, locked me up. Finally, they sent me back to the front lines with a handful of tablets.
Oh yeah, that seems like a great way to send out a soldier. Yeah, you shouldn't be ashamed about that.
Yes. Sounds like shell shock. I've seen a few cases like yours. This is nothing you should be ashamed of, Benjamin. And it's perfectly natural in your situation.
I'm not ashamed. I just need my pills. Peace and quiet,
I don't
that's
think you
all.
do. I think you need therapy. Needs medication since he came back from the front. I know that already. Well, I got nothing else I can do for you right
A
now.
gun, alcohol, and a...
I mean, I guess migraines are fair enough, but, like, the PTSD is its own thing. Oh, hi. Oh, you're the lady that sells the garbage medicine. What a coincidence that you're right here, standing in the middle of an actual war zone while it's raining.
Good evening, miss.
Good evening, sir. Are you interested
And
in
with
an
such
American
perfect
cure
PS3
for this
hair.
unknown and deadly epidemic?
Actually, I am.
Then you have come to the right place. The famous Swanborough cordial is all you need to help keep you in perfect health.
I'm sure it is.
Really? Why didn't I hear about it during my studies? I'm Jonathan Reed, by the way. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Ah, my brother has spoken of your research, sir. I'm Loretta Swanborough, and it's always a pleasure to meet a fellow healer.
Let's trade. Alright,
I'd like to
I'm
see what
interested.
kind
I love the idea that you can buy her shitty medicine, and if you do, you can just recycle it down.
Good evening, my...
Like, you can make it more useful.
Tell me, who intrigues you most in Whitechapel?
The region itself is something to see, but I would say Camellia the mute florist who gives away her flowers.
That's a Final Fantasy character, I would say. That sounds like a friend of Aerith.
What do you think of the locals?
Most of them are afraid or desperate. They all come to me eventually for my remedy.
Is there anyone I should avoid?
Cadogan Bates, without a doubt. The bloody bastard remorselessly exploits poor migrants as soon as they get here.
Oh, so that's his thing, I guess.
Loretta, your miraculous formula.
Kind of love the
to
idea of
cure
curing a
common
person of their
cold
sickness
and
after
The Swan
learning
Girls
that they're a
create
shitlord,
what
only
you
to then
do
hypnotize them and suck them of their blood
and
to
it's
get their
something
XP.
people around here really need.
A placebo effect is real and has benefit. But in your case, you could be murdering your customers who may die because they are not receiving the necessary medical attention.
Medical attention in Whitechapel. Trust me, my cordial is the best option.
I
they
don't
have,
think it
since It
is.
is the only one.
That's not That's not the way that that should work.
If your true purpose was to help, you wouldn't take money from the poor for your snake oil.
Oh, but to pay for it is part of the process, Doctor. If it were free, they wouldn't believe in it.
What is that logic? What is that logic?
Do you know Nurse Dorothy
Man,
from the Pembroke Hospital?
they gotta pay for it. Otherwise, how is it a scam?
Competition.
Competition, you say?
I met her, but it seems she provides some sort of medical care to the poor. The whole thing is
Like,
just
what the
some sort of
fuck?
Scam, if you ask me.
It is a scam. All of this is a scam. Your whole shit is a scam.
Goodbye, Miss Wanderer.
Perhaps we'll talk again after I decide to drink your blood. Holy shit, what a scam.
If I could get some work.
Well, alright. Okay. Gonna be honest, that's a little worrying. Oh. Interesting. Wait, really?
I cannot enter.
Well, okay. Dead inside. God, that woman is so fucking wild. The idea of being like... Yeah, it's not a scam because they, like, are buying it. It's hilarious. Alright, we're gonna run into some vampires or some hunters in here. There's usually at least one thing that's crazy. If not, can we just get a lot of items? Because that would be really nice. A ring. Well, that's a deadman. Another ring. That means that we have found spouses. Which I'd say is disappointing, but honestly... A third ring! Okay, so we found... an interesting polyamorous situation. He doesn't even just pull himself up. He, like, fucking teleports. Since when did everybody have these, like, medical cabinets in their houses? I, too, keep my cigarette case and a single small bottle inside of a safe. Alright. Treatment for anemia, treatment for bronchitis, treatment for sepsis, treatment for pneumonia. I don't have anything to analyze. I can't make the thing for migraines and headaches. I gotta figure out how to do that. But you know what I can do? I can upgrade to a good barbed cudgel. Boom. There we go. Decrease stamina consumption by 10%, or add another 3 stun points when hit. I think we gotta go all in on stuns, right? Just knock everybody down forever. Because that's how we've been winning. And then, like, go for, like, increased damage dealt. And then stamina reduction for, like, the last 2. There we go. So, we have a 6 points of stunner on this thing, and it does 145 damage. I think we've got a good stick now. Did you know that your health regenerates slowly over time? Alright. So we can go in and we can remove that. Then there's the merchant. And we want to go towards the red Y. Sort of. We're going to do a bit of a roundabout trip. Hi? You're just a guy.
Excuse me, sir.
Oh, were you that dude that I saw in the building earlier?
Another journalist? I didn't answer the first one, so piss off.
I'm not a journalist, I'm a doctor.
A doctor, you say? It's quite a rare breed in this part of town.
Really?
Do you not have eyebrows,
But
my
still,
guy?
here I am. Dr. Jonathan Reed, at your service.
I'm Joe Peterson to some, but Colossus Joe to most. And I don't remember.
I'm sorry,
asking for
Colossus
yours,
Joe?
sir.
Dude, you're like much shorter than I am.
May I ask what you do around here?
I do whatever I want, and sometimes even more. Now sod off.
I should have assumed from the crooked hat that this guy's
According to
like
you,
some sort of gangster.
Physicians are scarce in this part of town. Why is that?
Not familiar with this neighborhood, are you? I guess your fancy colleagues are too afraid of being stabbed in the back.
This part of town does have quite a reputation. Would you say it's justified?
Totally. Look at me, for instance. I always look my opponent in the eye before knocking him out.
See, you always look them in the eye before knocking them out, whereas I always hit them upside the head with my 6-stunner club. And that seems to do the work just fine. So if you want to come at me, let's give it a go. I've taken down much scarier things than you, my weird-faced gentleman.
Have you heard of a nurse named Dorothy Crane?
You know,
She's a colleague
eyebrow,
and is supposed to live around here.
lowbrow individual.
Yeah, I know her. One of the few good souls who dare to help the sick around here.
Could you please tell me more about her?
She's a nice girl. Tries to help the migrants. I offered to give her a hand, but she said my reputation would attract too much attention.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
He says as he takes him with a club to the side of the head. Oh, really?
Hello, young man. I'm Dr. Reed, and I would like to
I
ask
didn't
you a few
anticipate
questions.
this.
May I enter, please?
We have to ask permission, because we're a vampire. Let me in.
Your father is worried about you, boy.
Wait, are we just gonna mind control our way in? Because I feel like that's not okay. Does that not break the rules to use your vampire charm to get them to say yes?
I'm Harry, by the way.
Wait, did it have to load screen me into his house? Can I just rob him instantly? I can in front of him. Amazing. Holy shit.
So, may I ask you a few questions?
After I've stolen from you, of course.
What could be worse?
How do you feel? What's going on?
I'm fine. I mean, it's not easy every day, but I'm fine. I'm just tired of being sick all the time. If only I could be tough, like... Well, you know.
Speaking of which, what can you tell me about your
Fatigue. Okay, that's a simple one. We can handle that.
Makes idiot things. That's all I have to say.
Like, we literally have one right now.
Do you need any medical help, young man?
Yes, I do. I feel so tired. I don't know if it's the epidemic, but everything seems so hard.
Give medicine.
You'll feel better with this. But you need to get a grip, young man. Medication alone won't cure melancholia.
I'm not sure I'm happy with the idea of living long in a world like this.
Well, that you hopefully just think that the world gets a little better afterwards. But I do love the idea of, here's medicine, now suck it up.
Forgive my bluntness, young man, but you don't seem happy living in Whitechapel.
Why should I? I never wanted to come here in the first place. It was my father's decision. And look around you. Does this look like a nice place to live?
It could be worse.
You have a roof over your head, a place to call home. Many people here are not as lucky, you know.
That's exactly what my father says. Harry, you should be grateful for what you've got. But I wasn't even consulted when we moved here.
That's a fair thing to be upset with.
If life here is so terrible for you, why don't you just leave this place? Have you ever spoken to your father about it?
I don't go outside. It terrifies me so. I went outside once without my father noticing and I saw terrible things. Bloody and frightening things.
So that's why you stay at home all day? For fear of the epidemic?
I'm not afraid of disease or death, Dr. Reed. It's the living I'm afraid of.
I see, I saw some gangsters and things got a little bit rough.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
Yes, I know her. She came here to examine me when I was very sick. She said I should go out more.
Goodbye, young man.
I mean, I don't entirely disagree, but at the same time, my guy's got the right idea during, like, an actual epidemic. Stay at home. Don't go outside. Don't interact with people unnecessarily. Like, he's not in the wrong here. He's just so sad at the same time.
It's locked.
Job refusal letter. Refusal to accept your application for a job in my dockyard. Blah, blah, blah. Finch and Harper intend. Ill-famed wet boot boys. Fantastic. God be with your family. Well, that explains a little bit there. Professional vampire hunters. West Enders must unite. Don't let them fool you. Don't let them control you. They are among us. They lust after your soul. Vampires are real.